Manchester United's £200 million blow a warning to FSG and Liverpool. United fans protested inside Old Trafford on Sunday to show their anger at the club ownership. Manchester United fans made their feelings towards the Glazer family clear last Sunday. Thousands protested outside Old Trafford prior to the clash with Liverpool. Wanting to see the US owners sell up and move on after 16 years of piling debt upon their club and taking out hundreds of millions in dividends. Some fans made it into the stadium and protested on the pitch. The game with the Reds subsequently cancelled. It was a very public message to the Glazers that fans wanted them out of the club. The Glazers, like Liverpool owners Fenway Sports Group, were one of the driving forces behind the plans to break away and form a European Super League. The plans, of course, lay in ruins just 48 hours after they were announced by the clubs, and since then the anger from fans at the ownership of their clubs for dragging their name and traditions through the mud has been met with much ire. FSG have come in for a huge amount of warranted criticism for their part. And for some it is simply a misstep too far for them to ever be able to have a meaningful relationship with Liverpool fans again, with some wanting them to sell up and leave. But they have, at least for now, opened up the door for some dialogue with supporters. The meeting with Liverpool CEO and Reds supporters group Spirit of Shankly allowed for questions to be asked and change to be demanded, and it is. A case of time will tell whether or not FSG have listened or whether the divide is simply too great to overcome. If FSG were simply in the game of paying lip service, then they would do well to keep an eye on what could be their fate if the Glazers continue to have the calls for change at Old Trafford fall on deaf ears. Manchester United has been a cash cow for the Glazer family ever since the leveraged buyout that occurred in 2005. Where the late Malcolm Glazer took a majority shareholding through debt financing against the assets of the football club. Having not put in money of their own, they have continued to lumber the football club with hundreds of millions of pounds of debt. Taking out over £125 million in dividends, all while spending nothing on an Old Trafford stadium that grows increasingly shabby with each passing year. As well as showing little interest in whether or not the club gets back to the pinnacle of English football. They managed to leverage the iconic Manchester United brand to great commercial effect. The outgoing chief executive, while his footballing nous may be up for discussion, his commercial skills are not. With United being the biggest commercial powerhouse in the Premier League and raking in some £57.5 million per year more than Liverpool, £217 million, thanks to their £274.5 million worth of commercial partnerships. But United fans have now taken the steps to boycott the official commercial partners of the club in a bid to finally get the message across. A statement from the club's supporters trust must read, "Your sponsorship money will be used for debt servicing and dividends." Supporting the Glazers does not support the club. It sustains a parasitical relationship. To that end, Manchester United fans will boycott your products. Seek to tarnish your brands and support your competitors until you terminate your commercial partnerships with the Glazer family. It has resulted in a £200 million blow. With The Guardian reporting that a potential training kit sponsor has pulled out of contract with the club after concerns about the backlash from supporters. Commercial partners like brand visibility and to be associated with a winning team. And while Champions League football is on the cards for United next season, should the Glazers remain defiant in staying at the helm and continuing to load debt onto the club, then the mood will only become more toxic. And while brand visibility is one thing, being associated with toxic brands where huge division exists is not favorable. Some could see it as a good PR strategy to remove themselves from the equation before the end of their deals, although that would likely be a costly move on their part. But for others it may mean that they seek to be engaged on reduced terms when it comes to extending partnerships. While more prospective businesses who may have been interested previously may not want to be associated with the brand in its current state. The Glazers may feel that a boycott from some fans to certain products and firms they partner with won't cause too much pain. But how it reflects on commercial deals moving forward should the strength of feeling remain would have a direct impact on just how much money the Glazers take out of the club through dividends year after year. FSG have made big strides forward commercially and even posted a £29 million rise in commercial revenues in their latest accounts despite the impact of the onset of the pandemic. That is a trajectory that looks set to continue into the next financial year owing to the deals with Nike, AXA and Expedia. But FSG would be wise to make it their intentions to engage with Liverpool fans about bringing about some change for the better. To allow fans to have a say on decisions that would impact greatly on traditions and the club's place in the community. Commercial revenues have been one of the dials that has been moving in the right direction consistently at Liverpool since FSG arrived. And they will surely be mindful of how the biggest boost has come about, through leveraging success on the field and the vision of a unified football club. They already had a taste of what could be in store if they ignored fans, with Tribus watches pulling out in the face of the failed Super League plot. And with the success of some of their most crucial commercial deals predicated on their ability to sell licensed goods to their fan base. They will surely be seeking to avoid the same kind of heat that the Glazers find themselves under presently.